There's only a few weeks left in the Premier League season. There's just a point between the top two sides and plenty of intrigue about that final relegation place. Now, I am making this video today using Football Manager 2022 to find out who is going to win the Premier League. Hello and welcome to today's video. We are using Football Manager 2022 to simulate the final five-ish games of the Premier League season to see who will win the title between Manchester City and Liverpool. And we're also going to be taking a look at who will go down as well. Everton are currently in that final relegation place, but there is still plenty of football left to play. Now, in order to do this for yourself, I will drop a link down below, and at the end of the video, I will show you how to install the database update that will come from sortitoutsi.net that will allow you to play basically from Monday. Every Monday it's updated on the website. You can download it. So this update that I'm using today was done on this Monday just gone, on the 24th or 25th of April. And there you go. That is how you will basically be able to play Football Manager from the real world. So before we get into things, I'll just let you know that I've loaded leagues from all of the leagues from England, and then the top league from Germany, Spain, Italy and France. Just have a quick look what's going on in the big five leagues as well. The one thing that we can't do on this update that I've noticed is the Champions League is not reflective of the real world, but we'll be able to move on from that. We just won't look at what happens in the Champions League. We'll just focus on the domestic league. So before we get underway, we'll have a look at how the league table looks, and it should match the real world. Okay, then here you can see that Manchester City are top on 80 points, Liverpool second on 79, Chelsea third, 65, all the way down to Norwich on 21 points. This reflects the table as it was on Monday, so it doesn't have the Crystal Palace fixture, Crystal Palace Leeds fixture from Monday night included. But that is where the season will start, the game will start. And the same for the Championship. Fulham obviously already promoted. The Blackburn-Preston game from Monday night hasn't happened in game yet. So that 4-1 victory for Blackburn has not counted, but we shall see how it goes on. And as you can see here, as we drop down to League One, Wigan are currently top, but the promotion places have not been secured just yet. Crewe already relegated, lots still to happen. League Two, Forest Green are promoted, and you can see there's plenty of options available for teams to go up in the playoffs, all the way down to the National League. Stockport at the top, Gateshead in National League North, and Maidstone, who have already won the National League South. They are the English leagues. We'll have a look around the rest of Europe just to show that they are updated as well, and then we can see what happens when we start simulating forward the results. So in Spain, Real Madrid have already secured their Champions League space. They are well clear of Barcelona, Sevilla and Atletico. The battle here is really for that second place. Who out of those three teams can get themselves in second behind Real Madrid? Over in Italy, it's still a two-horse race. Well, Napoli are just about in the hunt still, but not much separating AC and Inter in the Milan derby at the top of the Serie A table. Germany is pretty much decided. Bayern Munich have already won the title. Dortmund are pretty much secured in second place. And then if we look in France as well, we can see that PSG have clinched their crown back already. Lille are nowhere near going to defend their title. It's all about who will finish second in France. Right, let's skip forward for a week and see what fixtures happen in the Premier League. We'll focus on the Premier League, and then once we've simulated everything, we'll have a look at the end of the season how all the other leagues have gotten on. Okay, then the first game that has been simulated is a 2-1 victory for Leeds on the Monday Night Football, just this Monday just gone. But we shall see what happens on this weekend's fixtures. Crystal Palace losing again, Wolves beating Brighton, and hang on, a huge upset. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 1. From behind as well. Newcastle's form under Eddie Howe has continued, and they've managed to upset. That's going to have huge implications in the league. Man City winning. In fourth place battle, Arsenal taking control of that with a 2-1 victory over West Ham. But wow, we need to have a look at the league table here. Man United winning, Spurs stumbling a little bit against Leicester. But if we look at the table, it's now going to be 4 points that Man City have as an advantage over Liverpool with 4 games to go. Newcastle doing the dirty on Liverpool, getting themselves up to 9th in the process. Chelsea still 5 clear of Arsenal, who are looking to control 4th place. Everton still down in the mud, 2 behind Burnley with 5 games left. Watford and Norwich all but relegated. We look at the Championship. Fulham are champions. Bournemouth and Forest are battling it out for second place. Huddersfield still with an outside shot. The playoff places are still up for grabs as well. Blackburn in the hunt. Wigan have won League One. Rotherham are going up. Playoff places obviously secured. The League One has finished, so we'll have a look at the playoffs in a little bit on that one. Forest Green and Exeter up in League Two as well. But we need to flip forward another week and see what is going to happen in this Premier League, because it looks like Manchester City are the favourites. Okay, another week has passed. Burnley getting a big victory over Watford. That is going to put more pressure on Everton, who are facing the drop for the first time ever. Brighton beating Man United, putting them out of the race for fourth. Villa beating Burnley here, so Burnley are winning one, losing one. Chelsea winning. Everton losing, that's almost put them down. Liverpool getting the victory over Spurs, that helps their chances, but I'm not sure they need more than just victories from themselves. They need favours from Manchester City, who have beat Newcastle, something that Liverpool could not do. Arsenal drawing with Leeds in the earlier kickoff on Sunday. That leaves the league table looking like this. Chelsea have secured themselves top four football. I think that means they've secured themselves third as well, although now Arsenal can still catch them, but it's 4 points at the top. Man City are all but champions. They need a couple of more results in their favour. Norwich have gone down already. Watford hanging on. Everton barely as well. Playoff picture looks like this in the Championship. Blackburn have managed to just sneak in against all odds, and they'll face Forest in the first semi-final. Huddersfield, Luton in the other one. Peterborough, Derby, Barnsley already down. Wow, Blackburn have made it to the playoffs. The slimmest of slim chances that was, but they've managed to do it. Fantastic news. Hopefully that is reflected in the real world. This is the playoff picture for League One. Obviously, we're going to Rotherham already up. We'll cover this in more detail at the end. And there we go. Playoff positions for League Two. Tranmere, Mansfield, Port Vale, Bristol Rovers, all getting into the playoffs. Right, we have got 3 games left in the Premier League. Let's see who can win the Premier League title. Okay, Liverpool have done what they needed to do on that Tuesday night. They have managed to win 1-0 against Aston Villa, which is just fantastic news for them. If we move forward to the Wednesday, Chelsea winning, Man City winning again, that is not helping Liverpool's chances. That is just keeping things in their own favour. Watford have beat Everton. That is going to send Everton down, I think, or very nearly down. Spurs lost against Arsenal in the North London derby. Everton losing to Brentford. They are not going to survive in this way. And Southampton, and West Ham. What is going on? Southampton and West Ham beating the top 2. Liverpool's chance, the door was open, but they have lost against Southampton. They were, oh dear, no. It was all early goals as well. But that is, I think, does that secure the title for Man City? With that, we need to have a look at the league table. It does. It secures the title for Man City with 1 game left. 4 points. The chance was there for Liverpool to get the victory against Southampton and put themselves back within a point. Man City stumbling, but it is not enough for the Reds to get themselves back in the title. And Manchester City retain the Premier League, but it's all still to play for at the bottom. 2 games left, 5 points separating Burnley and Everton. Watford still just got an outside chance of survival. It looks like it's going to be 2 from those 3 though, because Leeds are just about clear. Right, we will be back with the final fixtures to see what happens down at the bottom. Manchester City have secured themselves the Championship. Arsenal secured themselves top 4 football. We'll see what happens at the bottom end. Okay then, let's have a look at the final fixtures. We've just gone over a week to get the final round of fixtures in. Arsenal beating Newcastle on the final Monday night. If we go forward, Leicester and Chelsea picking up wins on the Tuesday. Norwich obviously already down. Nothing really changing here. If we see what happens the next night. Everton get a win over Crystal Palace. Burnley draw against Villa though, so I think that might be enough to keep them safe unless the goal difference is really against them. Watford winning, trying to do all they can against Leicester. But the final day of the season, Everton winning 3-0 against 10-man Arsenal. But that won't be enough. Burnley losing to Newcastle, but I think that secured them 17th place. Liverpool and Man City winning, but it all is academic now. Man United winning, Spurs drawing away at Norwich. I think that means that Everton are down. I'm trying to avoid looking at the little positions next to them. And there was 2 more games after the fact on the Monday. Watford picking up a win, but all too little too late. And in the end, it's goal difference that has separated the sides. Burnley on 35, Everton on 35, Watford on 34. Nearly did enough, but it was not quite to be. Burnley surviving. Everton, Watford, Norwich going down. Manchester City are champions of England once again. Tottenham, Man United and West Ham getting in the lower European places. And if we look at the Championship, it looks like Luton have won the playoffs against Blackburn at Wembley. What a disappointment. Fulham, Bournemouth and Luton all going up. Obviously, Peterborough, Derby, Barnsley already secured their places in League One next season. But replacing them will be MK Dons, who have won the playoffs. They'll go up with Wigan and Rotherham. And in the opposite direction, their rivals, AFC Wimbledon going down, with Gillingham, Doncaster and Crewe all into League Two. Sheffield Wednesday couldn't quite do enough, neither could Sunderland. MK Dons winning the playoff. And then in League Two, we can see that Mansfield have won the playoffs to go up alongside champions Forest Green, Exeter and Northampton, losing their position in the Football League, Oldham and Scunthorpe, which we already knew, but we shall see who is replacing them. From the National League, it is Stockport and playoff winners Chesterfield, who finished 6th, but managed to get through the playoffs in the end. Gateshead and Clyde up from the north and from the south. It's Havant and Waterlooville from 7th and Maidstone who go up. That is the fantastic journey to the end of the English season. Let's have a look around Europe to see what's happened. And Real Madrid have won comfortably in the end. Atletico taking 2nd by 4 points over Barcelona. Sevilla falling off at the end to finish in 4th. Over in France, obviously PSG have already secured the championship. Marseille getting 2nd. Monaco, Strasbourg, Nice all very tight for 3rd. And Rennes getting the 6th place, the final European position in France. Over in Italy, Inter have secured the title. 4 points, the difference to them and Milan. And that's a bit of a turn up. They were behind as we went into this simulation. Juventus finishing 3rd, ahead of Napoli. Atalanta just about stealing themselves a Conference League place. In Germany, it was all about Bayern. We knew that already. Dortmund managed to get 2nd quite comfortably ahead of Leverkusen and Leipzig. Freiburg, Union Berlin and Köln all getting European football. And that is how the rest of the season will go. Once again, Manchester City winning the Premier League by 4 points in the end. Both teams stumbling over the line with a couple of defeats, one for Manchester City, 2 for Liverpool, that really made the difference in this simulation. Obviously, this is not going to be exactly what happens in the Premier League. The fixtures are slightly different as well. But you can play this scenario yourself. If you head over to the link down below on sortitoutsI.net, you can follow the download there. It's quite simple. It downloads a zip file. You unzip it. It has a load of different data editor files for different countries. They're in French, so you need to know your Angleterre is England and things like that. But you just drop those into your editor data folder, and then when you load the game up, go to the latest update, the 22.4 update, and just select the different leagues that you want to load, and then start a new game, just like you always do. And you'll notice you need to click on the custom game start date as well. That is an editor file in there. You need to make sure that is in there, and you load up the league that is in Africa that says sortitout.net. And you can just simply start the game from the 25th of April. Or if you want to go further back, there are other downloads as well. I think there's a different version in the download of this week's game that can send you back further. Have a look around the website. It's quite easy to do. And then you'll be able to play this scenario yourself or any previous scenario that you'd like to throughout the season that's just gone. It's a fantastic data update, and it is well worth the download for anyone who is interested in playing along like this. As you can see, Manchester City are the champions of England once again. Blackburn missed out on the playoffs. That's a shame. Lost in the playoff final to Luton, which is always disappointing. But Luton are going to be a Premier League side once again. Right, that is the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I really have loved doing this little simulation, and I will see you next time on the next video. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Well, hey, you've made it to the end of the video, and hang on, it's a subscribe button. Tap on this. Even if you've done it already, just try it, see what happens. And then if you're hanging around, have a look at these. One of these. Check out some of this amazing content. You won't regret it. I'll see you next time.